Can you share a little bit about yourself and the type of shoulder pain that you were experiencing before working with us?
So the shoulder pain I had was I'll call it a sharp knife-like pain,
Yeah.
and I had very limited. I can move, but I'll say my motion was limited because of the pain.
Mhm.
Mm. And starting with the program and doing the exercises, uh, just made a huge difference. Even after the first couple weeks, um, the pain had, gone from, I'll say, an 8 or a 9 down to, like, a 4 and a 5.
Can you touch on sleep, like, where you were at before and kinda where you're at right now?
So with sleep, it was I'll say it was moderately affected
Mhm.
because I'm a belly sleeper primarily. So being able to I had to adjust my arms to put them in a position of comfort.
Yeah.
Anytime I would try to sleep on one of my sides, that was a no-go. 'Cause and actually a couple times the ring and pinky finger on my hand would go numb.
Yeah.
So, I knew I was not that's not a good position.
Yeah.
Um, and my back is not I can't sleep on my back, otherwise my wife kicks me out.
Are you a snorer?
On my back, yeah,
I mean, on your back, you're a snorer? That's
yeah.
why she kicks you out there.
So, over the course of time, I can sleep in almost any position now, so
That's
without any problem.
that's huge. Sleep is one of
Hey,
the most important things, so there from a recovery standpoint.
yeah.
What made you decide to work with us as, like, a virtual shoulder specialist?
I'm gonna say desperation. I had gone through, almost, what, 8, 12, 14 weeks of regular physical therapy doing I'll call it the standard exercises that they have.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a good friend of mine, I've told you, he's a physical therapist, and I consulted with him, and he was saying, "Well, these are the things I do with my clients as well." So, I needed something more, and, I stumbled across you on Instagram or YouTube, I can't remember which,
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, it took me a little bit to go, "Do I do this or not do this?" So, um, as we know, I ended up hooking up with you and, got on the program, and I'm very, very happy that I did. But
What do
the
you feel like? Because like, 14 weeks is, like, a decent amount of time to put towards, like, a traditional kind of physical therapy, regimen here.
Yeah.
You feel like was different from, like, what we were doing from our approach compared to, like, some of those exercises?
Well, the variety, the changes, I mean,
Uh,
you know, you've been a PT for a long time, and they sit there and we do the overhead with the wheel and the lean over and do this, and then you get the bands and you do the faith, and you go through all that, and it's all fine and good, but it was, um, the variety and changes.
Talk to me about, like, golf, like, what you were doing, like, with golf and, where you're at now.
Oh, so, even though I was having the issues, I still went golfing, but
Right.
it wasn't golf up to my quote standards. Not that I'm all that great, but
Yeah.
I would do stretches, and I always took 3 Tylenol and 2 ibuprofen before,
Woo!
and I would also do that, like, in the middle of the round, I'd drop them again. So, um, and the other thing I would do when I got home is I would throw on a TENS unit, and I would also throw on some ice. So, that's what I was doing and I also continued to do some of those exercises that I had learned going to traditional physical therapy
Right.
to try and keep it going. What was funny is one of my golf friends, he said, "Well, just do push-ups." A friend of mine said, "Just do push-ups and that'll be great." And I go, "Yeah, if you can do push-ups." So, I mean, and I couldn't get I couldn't get through 10 without the discomfort.
And where are you at now from, like, a golfing perspective?
Golfing perspective, I don't take anything before I golf. I do stretches.
Oh,
I warm up properly, I actually regained some of the distance that I had lost.
Mm,
Um, I'm not a huge I mean, I averaged like 250, 260 off the tee,
yeah.
and I was down to like 230. And now I'm back hitting it close to that range again.
What did you think about, like, the app setup? Do you feel like it was easy to kinda follow with, like, the different exercises and movements?
Oh yeah, that was uh very I mean, you're right there, you just click on it, they come up. You hit the video and you're demonstrating the exercise, and you go back and you go follow through and do those exercises. At the end, you just end exercise, save, and you're good.
Yeah. What did you think of the communication piece, like, back and forth through the app?
I thought that was great because I think I got a response every day uh, after doing the exercises
Yeah.
because it was like, okay, how'd you do today? What'd you feel? So, but of course, I'm going, I'm fine. It's good, no problem. And of course, you would come back and say, good, keep it up. You know, the positive energy.
Positive energy, then also, like, the communication piece, you would drop some of those nuggets, right? Like, "I feel this. Okay, let's plug this in and make those necessary changes there." What would you say to someone who might be hesitant about doing, like, a virtual shoulder rehab program with us?
Um, I would tell them, uh, don't really hesitate. Go for it. Because if you're doing traditional therapy and it's not working, as I did, I got some response from it, but I didn't get what I needed. And finding you and going through everything virtually, it was. I'll put it this way: you have to be really self motivated and disciplined to do it that way.
Yep.
So if you're not that kind of person, then this probably isn't the platform for you. But if you can be disciplined and hang with it, it's definitely the program you wanna take.